good blessed Saturday evening, June the 12th, 2021. It's about 7:53 p.m. I'd like to greet all people all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, or your religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter if you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you're the proclaimed toughest or the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter what your nationality is, whether you're dark-skinned or light-skinned, whether you're white, black, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Asian, it doesn't matter. None of that don't matter. It doesn't even matter whether you like me, nor my YouTube videos, or anything that I put on social internet. But I encourage y'all to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Raymond, R-A-Y-M-O-N-D, I-V-I-V-Y. Let me tell you something about my YouTube channel. It doesn't cost you anything financially nor materialistically. All it costs you is your undivided attention. First, I want to pay attention to this. I want my granddaughter to tell you all what this says about who it is, which is her uncle. Who is this? Say it a little loud now.
Justice for Brian Lamar Johns, rest in peace, 9/27/1975 through 3/19/2021.
3/19/21. Okay. Y'all see that sign? Y'all know those in Carbondale and all over around the world that watches my YouTube video. Y'all know what's going on with this. That was that still is my son, Brian. His voice can't be heard, but it can be heard through me. It can be heard through my 3 daughters. It can be heard through my granddaughter here that just read that. It can be heard through my other 3 grandsons and anybody else that's related to him. It can be heard through their boys or any of his friends. The choice is theirs. But my choice with my children and my grandchildren, our voice gonna continue to speak up for them. You know, those that don't know, on March the 19th, 2021, in Carbondale, Illinois, in the 400 block of Oakland Street, in Carbondale, Illinois, on the 3rd floor, in the hallway, I believe as they call it, the Gaslight Apartments, my son was allegedly found hung. That's what the Carbondale, Illinois Police Department told me. That's what a guy who originally identified himself as the Jackson County coroner in Illinois, but I found out later he was a deputy coroner. That's what he told me. I don't know if they found them there or not. You know, I seen pictures of it, but I'm still on a crusade, but I took a break temporarily because it has been taking a toll on my 2 youngest daughters and my oldest daughter that's down here and my grandchildren. So I brought my daughters from the south to the north where I grew up to let them be able to be with their family. You know, their family that's showing love and concern. You see what I'm saying? So we here in the Windy City. I haven't been able to get to a lot of other places because my youngest granddaughter had a community pre-graduation, and she have another one next week. So, you know, I have to try to spend time with them because we live so far away. You see what I'm saying? But what I want to say today is, I want y'all to look at this shirt real good. Real good. It's saying, my hands is up. Don't shoot. In other words, I come with in peace. You see what I'm saying? My hands is up. Don't shoot. And this is not for the police today, y'all. You see what I'm saying? Even though some of the police is shooting and killing us. This is for black folks that study killing black folks unjustifiably, senseless murders. And you see what the back of that say? Can you see it, grandbaby?
Yes.
Tell them what it said loud and clear. Say it 3 times for them.
Stop the black on black violence. Stop the black on black violence. Stop the black on black violence.
I told her to say that 3 times because the Christians, they believe and I believe the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, or the Comforter. You know, I said it 3 times for a reason. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, for the Father, the Son, and the Comforter, the Holy Spirit. You see what I'm saying? Because it's going to take an act of God to stop this black on black violence. You see, I'm supposed to be taking a break. You see what I'm saying? On this crusade to find out, get justice for my son, Brian Lamont Johns. You see what I'm saying? Because I believe he was murdered, and I believe it's being covered up down there in Carbondale, Illinois. You see what I'm saying? It's trying to be made to be a suicide for several reasons. One is because it's where the SIU is at. You see what I'm saying? The Southern Illinois University, that's where it's at. You see what I'm saying? And they got students coming in bringing money there, and a student found my son's body. You see what I'm saying? And some of them students is getting afraid because they don't think my son killed himself. I don't think he did neither. They think somebody else killed him. You see what I'm saying? Another thing is, when politicians get in, police, and everybody else, when they get in, they want to make you think that the murder rate is gone down or the violence is gone down. So if they can keep on talking about people committing suicide, you see what I'm saying? That's a violent act to themselves. That's not a violent act to somebody else. So the crime rate is steady going down. But another thing that I want to say here, y'all. Today, Saturday, June the 12th, 2021, at about 2 o'clock this morning, 2 o'clock a.m. on 7500 South Prairie Street. Prairie is probably a few blocks west of the dividing line of State Street. Early this morning, 2 now, it was 9 people shot at the same time in a crowd just like this here. 9 people shot here in the city of Chicago, Illinois. 1 was a fatality. A 29-year-old black female was shot and killed. 8 other blacks were shot when 2 gunmen came up. They wasn't police saying, put your hands up. It wasn't the Ku Klux Klan putting a rope around their neck. It was some more blacks. Shot them down, y'all. The oldest one was the age that my son would be on September the 27th, 2021. He's 45 years old. All right, take it off of him right quick. Just put it by the building. All right, no, you all right, brother. He would have been 46 years old this year. You see what I'm saying? And he was found hung. But this individual, the oldest one out of this crowd, he was shot. He was 46. The rest of them was in their 20s and a couple of them in their 30s. You see what I'm saying? And this is what I'm saying. I'm a real activist because I'm supposed to be here up here having a vacation, but I can't have a vacation because I grew up in this town. And then when I was at my granddaughter, my youngest granddaughter's community pre-graduation, I seen an alderman that was there. You see what I'm saying? That I grew up with. He younger than me, but we grew up in Cabrini Green in the row houses. And he told me a tragedy story after I told him about my son being found hung March of 2021 down in Carbondale. And I think he said in March the 27th of this same year, his nephew, his sister's son was gunned down. Not by the police, not killed by somebody white, not killed by the Ku Klux Klan, but some blacks, young blacks came and killed them. You see what I'm saying? Tell them what that say again, grandbaby.
My hands up, don't shoot.
Say it 2 more times.
My hands up, don't shoot. My hands up, don't shoot.
Tell them what that say.
Stop the black on black violence. Stop the black on black violence. Stop the black on black violence.
We got to stop it, y'all. Now, if I'm an activist, even though I grew up here, but I've been gone from this place for almost 30-something years, been living down in Charleston, Missouri for the last 25 years. You see what I'm saying? If I can come up in my hometown, you see what I'm saying? Supposed to be vacating, giving my daughters and them a break, spending time with my children and other children and grandchildren, but I can come out here and speak about what happened at 2 o'clock this morning on 7500 South Prairie Street. that is considered a mass shooting. You see, Biden, when a mass shooting was in another area, Biden and some of the other presidents, they get up and they talk about it. You see what I'm saying? You got to sometime not wait on some of your former presidents. You see what I'm saying? Some of your former presidents, when a Democrat or a Republican and whatever their party is getting ready to run, they'll come down to the roughest city. You see what I'm saying? When Hillary Clinton was running against Obama, I think in 2008, for the Democratic contenders spot for the president of the United States, Hillary Clinton's husband, Bill Clinton, he was down there in the 50-something hundred block of West Madison Street here in Chicago, Illinois, at one of the famous restaurants, Meth Octa. He know a lot of blacks hang around there and politicians hang around there. But I told people that's the first and the last time he would be there. If Hillary won, he ain't coming back. If Hillary lost, he ain't coming back. He ain't came back since. And I'm not just talking about Bill. This gonna rough some of y'all fellas. Y'all remember in these same streets here, in some of the roughest streets, Barack Obama and Michelle was in the streets when he was running for senators, the little spots. He was talking about the slumlords. He was talking about everything else when he was living in Hyde Park on the southeast side. You see what I'm saying? But since he done been out of office, Chicago gave him 8 years. Chicago and other places gave him 8 years, especially some of these blacks that's scared to come out and blacks that's getting killed. Matter of fact, the young guy that came, I think, in song at his inauguration or sung in the White House, it was something to that effect. He got killed, black on black crime. I don't know if Obama and Michelle had the time to come up to fly up. We know they don't have time to go not only just to Hyde Park, but all these other places. On the west side, on the south side, and the north side, where blacks is getting killed by the hundreds every month. You see what I'm saying? Not just by the police. And let me tell you one other thing about the Windy City now. All these activists now, they come out for certain cases. You see what I'm saying? But why if Black Lives Matter, which I believe they do, I believe all lives matter. You see what I'm saying? If Black Lives Matter, this morning at 2 o'clock this morning here in Chicago, 9 people were shot and gunned down by 2 black gunmen. Now, had a police shot one of them, they be breaking into stores. You see what I'm saying? Burning up cars. You see what I'm saying? Starting riots. But I ain't heard nothing. I'm still listening. You hear anything, grandbaby?
No, sir.
You hear anything, my youngest daughter?
No, sir.
Oh, you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you don't hear nothing.
Nothing at all.
You see what I'm saying? So James Brown would say about some of these people that call themselves actors, that's what they is, actors, some of them, if the shoe fit well, he would say, there's a dull night, ain't nothing cutting. When they behind them news medias, they talking loud and they ain't saying nothing. But you know what Rodney King would have said, and may he rest in peace, even after the police beat him profusely. You see what I'm saying? In 1992, you see what I'm saying? On cameras, and they beat it out. When he seen them rioting and beating up white people for no reason at all, Rodney King said, can we all just get along? I know he would have told them 2 gunmen that gunned them 9 people down here in Chicago, Illinois this morning at about 2 o'clock on 75th and Prairie. He would have just said, can we all just get along? You see what I'm saying? Harriet Tubman would say, I done freed 1,000 slaves before they get to shooting. She said, I could have freed 1,000 more. Even y'all 2 that's finna shoot these people on this corner, if I could only convince you, you slaves. You see what I'm saying? Malcolm X said a mind is a turtle, let me take that back. Malcolm X said, when the mind is a weapon, you're never unarmed. When the mind is a weapon, you're never unarmed. When the mind is a weapon, you're never unarmed. He ain't talking about just these. You see what I'm saying? He talking about if your mind is a weapon, when you getting ready to come up and shoot these 9 black people, God gonna stop you and let you use your mind for a fraction of a second. That's all it takes. And you say, what I'm shooting them for? When we used to say, hands up, don't shoot because the police shooting us. Let me tell you about a police right here in Chicago in that police that run the fraternal order for police here, that president, I'm going to tell y'all that man is a Ku Klux Klan. He's a Nazi. He hates people of color. Here it is, a white police here in Chicago, Illinois, was arrested by the Department of Justice, the FBI. You see what I'm saying? This week, a Chicago police, when he was off duty, he went to Washington, D.C., to the White House on Wednesday, January the 6th, 2021. Turn it over there for a minute, baby girl. On January the 6th, Wednesday, January the 6th, 2021, this white Chicago police officer, and look, he was on leave, a medical leave now. He was on a medical leave from the police department, meaning he was getting paid, and he went to Washington, D.C., and they got a picture of him and just recently arrested him. He was using the N-word. Now, this is a man with a badge running out in the streets. More than likely, he's working in the black and the Spanish neighborhood, and he calling us niggas out here. You see what I'm saying? But he's a police officer. You see what I'm saying? They arrested him for being a part of those white supremacists that was breaking into the White House because they wasn't satisfied with Donald Trump losing the election. Now, what do that tell you? You see what I'm saying? I teach my children and my grandchildren. You don't trust everybody with a badge. I don't trust the people with the badges down in Carbondale, Illinois. You know why? Because I see they trying to cover up my son's death. Y'all wake up. Stop the violence. Peace be still.